Mark had been driving his taxi through the foggy streets for hours, the mist curling around his car like ghostly fingers. It was near midnight when he saw her standing under the flickering streetlight. Her face was hidden under a wide-brimmed hat, her clothes out of place as if from another era. Mark's heart pounded a little harder, but he stopped and unlocked the door. She slid into the back seat without a word. "Where to?" Mark asked, glancing at his rearview mirror. She met his eyes through the reflection, her gaze piercing and cold. "Just drive," she whispered. That voice, so soft yet so chilling, sent shivers down his spine. He drove in silence, the atmosphere in the car growing thicker, heavier. It felt as though the darkness outside was seeping in, wrapping around them. Every so often, Mark would glance back, but she just stared at the road ahead, unmoving. After what felt like hours, she finally spoke again, giving him an address in a part of town he didn't recognize. When they arrived, Mark turned around to tell her the fare, but the back seat was empty. Panic gripped him. He hadn't heard the door open or close. Frantically, he got out and searched the area, but there was no sign of her. He thought he must be losing his mind until he saw the note on the back seat, written in a spidery hand. "Your future is not yours to control. Heed this warning." Dread filled him as his eyes scanned the message, a cold sweat breaking out on his forehead. He raced back into his taxi and sped home, heart hammering with fear. That night he couldn't sleep, the note burned into his mind. Days turned into weeks, each one filled with an unshakable sense of foreboding. Then, one stormy night, he received a job request to the same address. Trembling, he accepted. As he approached the destination, the streetlight flickered once more. There she stood, exactly where she'd been before. Mark's hands shook, but he stopped. She got in and leaned forward, whispering in that same chilling voice, "Did you heed the warning?"